All right, good afternoon now, I guess, everybody. We're gonna make some energy bites today. I was thinking since it's our sports Olympic week, having a little healthy energy bite might be an awesome way to get fueled up for all our sports. So the first thing we're going to all need to do is wash our hands. That's the most important step whenever we're cooking. So if you haven't washed your hands yet, go over to your sink and wash your hands. I'm gonna do that too. It's really important that we wash our hands for this recipe, especially because we're going to use our hands to help form our energy balls. We're going to roll them up together, kind of like Play-Doh. So we're going to go through all of the things we'll need for this recipe. So first, we'll go through all of our ingredients. So you're going to need oats. Any kind of oats you want to use is okay. I'm using quick oats, but you could use rolled oats or steel cut oats or any other kind of oats that you want, flavored oats even. So you got your oats first. Second, we're gonna need peanut butter, or you could use wow butter if you don't eat peanuts, or any other sort of, peanut-free spread. That's our second thing we're gonna need. Oh, Jacob and Jed, I think we both have the big Costco peanut butter. We're matching. All right. Then you're going to need some sort of sweetener. So I'm gonna use maple syrup, but you could use honey. You could use agave nectar, you could use just like table syrup, any of that would be totally fine. So you're gonna get your maple syrup or whatever other sweetener you're using. And my favorite ingredient of all time, mini chocolate chips. If you don't have mini chocolate chips or don't like mini chocolate chips, you can use regular size chocolate chips. You could also use like raisins or craisins if you have some left over from Ants on a Log, like I do, but I'm gonna stick to chocolate chips today. So those are all the ingredients we need. So the tools that we'll need to cook this recipe is a big mixing bowl. So make sure that you have something you can mix in. I see lots of people are holding up their mixing bowls. That's perfect. We're gonna need some measuring cups. So I have a 1/3 measuring cup and also a 1/4 measuring cup. We're gonna need a tablespoon measuring spoon. This is actually a 1/2 tablespoon because I don't know what happened to my tablespoon, but I'll just use 2 of these. So a tablespoon measurement, a big spoon to stir it all together, and either a couple plates or a baking sheet to put all your balls on after so that you can refrigerate them. So you could use a plate, you could use a baking sheet, either's totally fine. All right, I see everybody has all of their tools ready, so we can get started on our first step. So first, we're gonna need our bowl, our peanut butter, and our maple syrup. So the first thing we're gonna do is undo our peanut butter, and we're gonna get our 1/3 cup measurement and scoop out 1/3 cup of peanut butter. So you can take your scoop, your measuring cup, measure out 1/3 cup of peanut butter. That's about 1/3 cup. It's kind of hard to scoop peanut butter into these cups, but just do your best. If it's not exact, that's okay, it'll still taste delicious. So you can take your peanut butter and just put it into your bowl. I'm using my spoon to help me get it all out, because sometimes they can get a little bit stuck in our cup because peanut butter is sticky. All right, so now I have peanut butter in my bowl, and I'll just wait to make sure that everybody else gets their peanut butter in the bowl too. So next we're gonna use our sweetener. So if it's honey, if it's maple syrup, maybe you're using agave syrup or just regular syrup, any of that's fine. You're gonna get your syrup out, and you're gonna pour in 2 tablespoons of your syrup. So I have a ½ tablespoon, so I'm gonna do 4 so that it'll equal 2 tablespoons at the end. So we're gonna pour that into our bowl. Perfect, and I'm just gonna put my spoon aside when I'm all done. I noticed a little extra peanut butter stuck to my cup, so I'm gonna try to get that out too. And I'm gonna go put my dirty cup and spoon in the sink just so they don't get my counter dirty. Because we're all done with these ones now. All right, once you have your syrup in your bowl, you're gonna stir it up really well so that it's all mixed together. We're gonna get our bowl and stir it together. This might take a little while because peanut butter can be so sticky, but just do your best to kind of mush it all together. I'm using the back of my spoon to kind of squish the syrup into the peanut butter, and then I'm gonna stir. That's my strategy. You might have a different strategy. That's totally fine, as long as it gets all mixed together. All right, so mine's all mixed together now. It's looking kind of like this. It's looking a little less thick than before, but still sticky, and that smells like maple syrup. We're gonna go to our next step. So the next thing we're gonna do is get our oats, and we're gonna add 3/4 cups of oats. So I have my 1/4 cup measurement, and I'm gonna put 3 of these scoops into my bowl. So everybody get out your oats, open them up, get your 1/4 cup measurement, or maybe you're fancy and you already have a 3/4 cup measurement, and we're gonna do 3 scoops of oats. Here's my first one. 1, 2, and 3. And what do you guys think we're gonna do next? We're gonna stir it all together. So once you've poured your oats in, you're gonna stir it together with your peanut butter really well so that it's all sticking together. And it's going to be a very thick consistency. That's totally okay. That's what we want. Cool thing about this recipe too is if you ever wanted to make a whole bunch all at once, you could freeze some of them for later. And if you made it with wow butter or a different kind of butter, then you would be able to take it to school for a snack. So if you guys like this recipe, maybe it's something you'll want to try again later. All right, so mine's all mixed together. It's looking really thick now. And that's just what I want. So that's perfect. I see lots of our friends are stirring. Great job. All right, does anyone remember what our last ingredient is? What do we have left to add? Steph, what's left?
Mini chocolate chips.
Mini chocolate chips. So if you're ready, if you've gotten your oats and your peanut butter stirred together, you can get out your mini chocolate chips. And we're gonna put in a ½ cup of mini chocolate chips. So 1/2 cup. I have a 1/4 cup, so I'm gonna do 2 of these. But if you have a ½ cup, you can just put 1 of those in. So I'll take my chocolate chips and I'm gonna pour them into my cup. 1 and 2. Yum! That's my favorite part. Once you've poured in your chocolate chips, you're gonna stir that together really well with your peanut butter and oats. So this might be a little tricky because the batter's really thick. So it's kind of going to be more like you're smushing all of your chocolate chips into the batter so that they stick. We don't want any loose ones at the bottom of our bowl. We want them all to be stuck in with the oats. If there is a little at the bottom of your bowl, that's okay. It's just a little snack for later if they won't all fit into your batter, but hopefully they will. Maybe you're using raisins for this step. That would be really cool. I think next time I make this recipe, I might use raisins and chocolate chips. So I think that would be so super yummy. Nice. All right, team. So this is the next part where we're gonna need our baking sheet or our plate. Now I'm just gonna wash my hands again because we're gonna be using our hands to touch the food, and we just wanna make sure it's all nice and clean. And I've definitely been touching stuff around while we've been cooking. So I'm gonna run and wash my hands again, and then we'll get started. All right, so I'm gonna explain what we're gonna do next, and we're just gonna keep doing that step and repeating it until all of our batter's gone. And while we cook, I'll play a little music, but first I'm going to explain. So first things first, you're gonna scoop out a little bit of your mixture. You don't want it to be too big, maybe like that much. You're gonna take it off your spoon and put it into your hand, and you're gonna squish it together into a ball. So kind of like you're playing with Play-Doh. Except this time you can eat it. So then your little ball will look something like this, and you can go ahead and put it down on your plate or your baking tray. And we're gonna keep doing that until all our batter's gone. So I would suggest putting them in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. And then once that 20 minutes passes, you've got energy bites for days. I know mine, I have 12 now, so I'm excited I'll get to eat these through the rest of the week and stay energized. So I'm gonna go put mine in the fridge. Bye everybody, thank you for coming. Great work.
Bye everyone, see you later.
Bye, nice job, Kyle.
Bye everyone. Bye guys.
Enjoy your gummy.
Bye everybody, I hope you liked your energy bites.
Bye.